Denzel Bentley, alright, when he fought Mark Heffron's first time, it was a draw. This time he promised to be spectacular. He said the judges wouldn't be needed. They weren't needed. Denzel Bentley wins. The fight is stopped after the end of the 4th round. Now, I have to admit, the last 2 rounds are really the only rounds I saw proper because I was live streaming, as many of you will know, because many people were on it. And I was looking at the fight, but it's very hard when you're live streaming because you have like 50, 60 people in the chat. They're asking you questions. So you're going back between that. You're going back watching the fight. You're going back and forth between the two. But during the 2nd round, I actually looked at that round in its entirety and actually commentated on that round. What I noticed in the 1st round was Denzel Bentley and Mark Heffron battle of the jabs. For me, from what I saw, Bentley was landing slightly the cleaner shots. But the 2nd round was a real telling round. The first thing I noticed was Mark Heffron, just his defense, his head movement was non-existent. And Denzel Bentley was throwing a straight right hand. He was also setting up with the jab occasionally, but he was mainly throwing it straight. And damn, it was just finding a home every single time he threw it on Mark Heffron's face, basically. He landed about 5 good right hands in that 2nd round. I remember looking at that 2nd round finishing. I didn't see that there was a swelling that already started under Heffron's eye. I remember thinking to myself, if he keeps landing right hands like that, we're not going to go to the scorecards, because Heffron's really going to need to sort his defense out, because he can't keep taking right hands like that repeatedly. Then he sat down in the corner and you could see his eye, just how badly swollen it was. Now, I've seen swollen eyes before, late in fights, but this was the 2nd round. It was bad. It was a very bad swelling. I remember thinking to myself, this fight's not going to last. Irrespective of whether he had the swelling or not, I was like, this fight ain't going to last, right? But the swelling just compounded it. Again, he went out in the 3rd round. He was getting caught with right hands. I mean, the right hand was just brilliant for Denzel Bentley. It was just a piece of a shot. He was throwing it. He couldn't miss. He literally couldn't miss with that right hand. And as far as I was concerned, he won every round. We get to the end of the 4th round. We're getting ready for the 5th round. They decided to call it. By then, the swelling had got to such a sufficient level of, a badness, basically, is the best way I could describe it, that the eye was damn near shut for Heffron. So corner decided to stop the fight. They were right to do it. I think, as I said, irrespective of whether that swelling had happened, I was picking Denzel Bentley to win this fight on points. But judging by the lack of defense on Heffron, it's fair to assume that, as I said, irrespective of the swelling, he'd have even made it even to the halfway point, because he was getting absolutely lit up in there. Very good performance from Denzel Bentley. That's what I have to say. He is now the British champion at middleweight. Obviously at middleweight, well, Liam Williams was the British middleweight champion. He is obviously going off to fight Demetrius Andre. It's a good fight. You got Felix Cash knocking around there at 160. Interesting fight. Felix Cash, right, is an interesting character, because I've seen a lot of people say that they rate him. I've never really seen like much of Cash that jumps out at me as being, particularly, not that he's not good, but that to say that he's going to do anything. So him against Bentley will be actually a very good fight. Be interested to see how that fight goes. So we'll watch this space and see about that. But for right now, Bentley is the new British champion. Fair play to him. Was a great performance. Done very well in the fight. And that's pretty much all I got to say on this fight. So got to call it here. Hope you enjoyed it. If those who just logged off my live stream, you're hearing from me fairly quick. I didn't expect you back on so soon. But for those who just are here now, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. Subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. I'll talk to you people. #GMazRocks, actually. #King of Rip Jeans. Peace.